Ooh. Dang, what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? Wow. This is going to be number 8. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm glad y'all have been enjoying the series so far. It's been pretty fun. I gotta set these in a place where they will be safe. I'm gonna set them inside this tote. There we go. That way they can't be jostled or knocked over. Use the ooh, it's getting. You can fill it rock chips. Alrighty, who do we want today? These all look to be about the same shade, except one of them looks pretty light. Ooh, I don't like that one. Maybe I do. No. Yeah, no. I don't know. Who do we pick? Who do we pick? I like that one. I like that one. I was warming up on a piece of amber glass. You know, I'm getting it pretty dang thin. No idea what this is going to be, but look, 2655. Is this somebody's lucky number? Maybe I should leave that on there. I don't know. I'm probably going to pressure flake the rest of this. Made a new advancement with my pressure flakers, so I got a 1-inch dowel here that I wrapped in some tape. Now, oh, is she stick? Check that out. And then, ta-da! Use like a regular pressure flaker. I'm thinking that that's probably going to be the last like addition that I make to the design. Oh, what am I doing? I haven't even introduced what I'm doing yet. I'm just assuming that y'all are knowing what's going on. Again, Cahokia point cache series, trying to make a handful of points. I think I've decided on doing 10 of them to match one of the point styles that was found in the Mound 72 excavations in Cahokia. Nothing too crazy, but got all these bottle bottoms from my homeboy Ian. Again, woofda. Shout outs to Ian for hooking me up with some quality glass. These are Topo Chico bottles, which is where they get the lovely aqua coloring from. And I've been enjoying them. Truly, I have. It's going to be fun to show all those off. I had them in order when they were on the little blue tote lid. So, kind of where we're at. It's been a journey. An interesting one, for sure. But a fun one, I think. One that I've enjoyed. I mean, shoot, after this we're going to have, man, there's 2 more to go. What am I going to do? I kind of have a plan. So my plan is I'm going to maybe take a short break from uploading those 2-a-week videos, potentially. We'll see. It'd be kind of nice to not have to worry about them. But one of the big reasons that I was uploading the 2-a-week is because I had this project lined up and ready to go. But I have another idea. It could be very fun. Or at least I think it's fun. The only thing is that it requires me to get a quantity of rock. And I'm a bit strapped for cash right now, just like everybody. But I want to do, well, actually, here, hold on. How about I show you? 1 minute. Short break. So, oops. I got these little road maps here. Projectile points of Iowa. There's like a part 1 and 2. What I would like to do is go through and try to make all the point styles out of something from here, which would be Cahokia. I could probably source a good quantity of Cahokia, but I want to make all of them. It'd be kind of fun, and you guys would get to see me make a Clovis. Now the Folsom, I don't know, that might be, I don't know about that one, but I would like to do kind of like an Iowa point series where I go through and I make all the Iowa points, both the some of the archaic and paleo styles. So I'm thinking that could be a fun series, and it'd be long. There's a lot of, I just killed a mosquito without even thinking about it. There'd be a lot of points to do, but I mean, you know, doing a series, making a playlist, that sounds kind of fun to me. I mean, that's what this kind of was just something where I could have a thing to do and to produce that looked cool. And if I could make like, I don't know, like a Iowa point frame, I think that'd be kind of sick. I just don't know how much Cahokia I'd need. I'd probably need a good bit, especially for some of those paleo ones. I've done plenty of fluting practice here recently, just trying to hone in my skills just a little bit more. But yeah, whoop. Ooh, that's weird in there. I'm thinking that'd be pretty fun, and it'd make for a good series, just like an Iowa point series. My dream would be to collect a bunch of rock from here in Iowa to use, but that's just so hard to do. Like usually when I have my Iowa rock, I mean I have that Risky Rough Iowa rock series, finding all that stuff can be a pain in the butt. And a lot of it usually doesn't end up being good. So the reason I'd go with Cahokia is, you know, it's cheap. It's kind of the big thing, which also just happens to go hand in hand with the fact that it was a material that was used here in Iowa. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about for my next project once this one finishes up. It's because it'd be kind of fun, like I said. I wouldn't mind putting together like one of those, you know, like the, what are they called? Shadow box? Yeah. Putting together a shadow box. Ooh, of Iowa points? Yucky. That just sounds like fun. And it'd be a cool display item. And that way I could say, aha, I got a collection of every single point from Iowa. Granted, I'd have to do a Folsom, which I have not done before. But I know a fella, a real smart fella, who makes some of the most magnificent fluted points I've seen. He does like Cumberlands like they're nothing. I don't know, it's crazy. Super duper skilled dude. But since it is a part of that book, I'd do it. Because if I'm going to do them all, I'm going to do them all. Right? So yeah. That can be something to look forward to. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That'd be something interesting. Again, very similar format. Some of the points might not be all that interesting, but just for a little series, little project series. I like having the project series. I will say somebody requested that I do a Calf Creek point. My goodness, they want to see me suffer. They do. I have made one Calf Creek point that was successful, which I know might be baffling to some, but I tell you what, those deep notches, they hurt my soul. They just do. And I really would like to make a nicer one than the one that I have, because like while it is a Calf Creek, it's, you know, it's just it's okay. It's fine. It's not like a nice one like I'd want in my collection, so At some point, I'm definitely going to do that. And I just gotta practice with those ones because they're so hard to do. At least for me. I know some dudes just crank those bad boys out like nothing. But deep notches, they are my nemesis. Strange observation. I think that this one's thicker than a lot of the others. I don't know if that's just me, but this one, I don't know. With where I'm at right now, it feels like I'm taking off more than I usually do, which is interesting. Again, we always try to work off that curve on the bottom just a bit. Do it early so you don't got to do it later. I did have one of mine end up a good bit curved. It was a nasty one, but still turned out okay. I don't remember which one that was. I think that might have been 6. Yeah, because it was before the last one. 6 was a bit of a rough pumpkin, but it was a success. I was just not terribly happy with it. But with a project like this, sometimes it's cool to have that variability. Because it's just like, I don't know. It reflects the dynamics of things. I think I said too that I was going to make a frame for those at some point as well. It's like maybe a little light box thing, I don't know. Should I make a video on it? That'd be interesting. Thinking about it. I don't know, could be fun. Could be fun. Pretty dang alright here. Yeah, and like always too, if you have any points that you would like to see me try, keyword being try, feel free to post them in the comments. Sometimes I run out of ideas. I have one more western stem point that I want to do for Jesse. I want to try to do a little hasket. I was looking through my book and I was like, oh, okay, these aren't that large. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a big old hasket point. I mean, let's be real here. They're awesome. But I'm trying to do it out of the same type of obsidian. I don't know. I was trying to. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So it's like, whatever. But, you know, style points. Right? Those count for something, usually, sometimes, kinda. I like to think that they do. And I have been liking incorporating the pressure flaking into this. That kind of takes off a lot of the edge when it comes to the shaping. Because before I was trying to do as much of it as possible with indirect percussion. That was a weak one. That was weak sauce. Another weak sauce one. There we go. I think I'm getting better at getting the filming angles figured out too. I found out that the phone just really doesn't like filming up close, which, you know, I like showing the up close stuff, but I always run into focus issues all the time. So, and like that drives me nuts, because it's like, what's the point of it being close up for you to see it if, you know, you can't see it? So, I'm doing this slightly more zoomed out angle, and from the couple tests that I did, it's working pretty good. Like a lot better, I think, in my opinion. Like I don't run into the fuzzy zone issue where like I'll get to a certain point or try to film a certain thing and it's like, oh, time to go fuzzy. I mean, I have that all the time with the other stuff that I film, but this is, I don't know, I feel like it does benefit from being filmed close up, but at the same time, this is 4K video, so if you switch it to 4K, and I think I've said this before in another video, if you take your screen and you like pinch and zoom, like on the YouTube video, you can zoom in, and I think because this is 4K, you'll have enough pixels to swing it and be able to zoom in, theoretically. I think, I believe, I hope. It's one of the big reasons I tried to do it in 4K, so that I can have the resolution and so that y'all can see what I'm doing. I used to do them in 1080p, and then I was like, 4K would just be nicer. It'd just be a nicer viewing experience. Even though YouTube doesn't like to run things in 4K, anytime you have like the auto quality set, it sets it to something stupid like 10, or not, like it's not even 1040p, it's like 480p, and you're like, what the heck? What is this, 2003? It's probably more like 2008, 2010. But yeah, I don't know what its deal is. Sometimes that auto quality is just stupid. You know, is what it is. Just a little tip for y'all, in case you want to watch some of these videos just a bit closer up, or you want to catch some details. Slightest island. Took care of a lot of it. High spot right there. Take that up, go through if I can. Dang it, I stepped it. That stinker. He pranked me. It's okay though. I'm gonna have to narrow this down anyways. Ooh, yucky. Get rid of him. Hold on. We don't want to crack this like we did that one time. So once you get one of those, you got to pressure flake it out. You don't want to use indirect for it. Hold on, I got to hold up to the light. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. Those are problems where you can't just like keep working around the point, being like, okay, I'll get to it later. Ooh, I smacked the point. That was dumb. You gotta nip those in the bud when they pop up, because they'll ruin you. There we go. Took care of a good portion of that. Could do another one. Promising. Yeah. Nice. Still is a little bit up in there, ain't there? A little stinker, he escaped me. That little triangle right there. You little munchkin, how dare you? am I doing? We gotta grab number 1. We got plenty of room still, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna work on, actually I'm gonna put that over here so I can just quickly grab it if I need to. Might try. I've really been liking the strategy of trying to establish a designated straight edge, or at least shooting for that and then adapting as I go, because sometimes it just doesn't work out and we end up taking a different direction, which is fine. It's a dynamic thing, so you gotta be dynamic with it. That stinker. It's dumb because I have 2 concavities right here from these flakes, so I can't go through it because they come down into a valley, like a V, so I can't shoot into that up into there. That's really annoying, but, you know, here, let's do some pressure flaking. I'm learning to wear this glove just because glass is a stinker. It is a stinker. I don't need to use the issue stick for this because it's pretty quick and dirty. Again, just doing a lot of trimming. It's a big use of my pressure when I'm doing pressure. Just trimming clean. What you gotta do. Let's see, let's tighten this up just a little bit. Ooh, there's a start of a crack right there. You won't be able to see it. See it? He needs to go. That whole base, that's like, it'll contaminate the whole thing. You just can't have that in there. I think I got most of it. No. A lot better, at least. But I want to trim this back. I need to get rid of a lot of this gubbins. Here. Trying to pressure flake it in a way that sets me up to take more thinning flakes to help clean up some of that stuff. Ouch! Stinker! Stuff gets on this leg, and then I rest my arm on it. It gets on me. Also, it's beautiful out right now. It's 70 degrees. I'm having a great time. It is. One thing I did notice, though, which is weird, for some cosmic force was like, hey, mosquitoes awaken. And now we have just an insane amount of mosquitoes. Like, I tried to go for a walk, right? Just a walk. And I slapped and killed so many that my hands became sticky. That's horrible. This is atrocious. Let me check my size here real quick. Yeah, still got plenty of room. Thin just a little bit more. Again, I'm keeping an eye on, because you can see. Here, let's see if I can get it to focus. See how this is higher than that? You don't want to shoot flakes into that. They'll go right into this and they'll stop, and then you'll cry, and you don't want to do that. So we have to like thin this off and get it so that we can establish a slope that goes upwards instead of having that concavity, which I'm just going to do right now because I know I'm going to forget that. How'd that do? We still got a little bit more in there. It's easier to pressure flake it off for me just because I have just that little bit of extra control. Yeah. How do we do? That's looking much better. So looking at it how we were looking at it before. See how I smooth that out right in there? We no longer have that big hump. Because if we can get a smooth surface, we can try to shoot stuff up and take care of that little thing right there. That little thing. That's enough to bother me. That's all it takes. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. It might be actually... You might be able... Nah, I don't like that. I just don't like it. I was going to say maybe we could take it from this side. I just don't see a slope that I like. Come on. The good thing about bottle glass is that if you know what to look for, you can predict it pretty darn well. Like in the predictability scale of stuff, glass is like really predictable because there's usually not a lot of weirdness in there. So if you have a hunch that it's going to do something, you have a pretty good chance of that hunch coming true. Whereas with some of the other materials, it's kind of like, I don't know. Freaks me out just a little. How's this doing? I'm just going to do a quick. I do have a fan blowing on me right now. That's why I'm not swatting mosquitoes. Because they're weak and pathetic. And they can't withstand... Hold on. They can't withstand a simple box fan. Yet they've killed the most people in all of history. Man's greatest invention, the box fan. Ooh, that could have gone a lot farther. Let's see here. That was a good one. Well, that's just nice and advantageous right there. Look at that beautiful platform. What do we got? Good slope on it? Sure. We'll try them out. Yep, shot right up into it. And now we're really getting that stack established right there. But remember, we were smart. So, we've been working on setting ourselves up for success. And I want to see here if I can take any of those up into there. It still seems a bit low. Oh, we tried. Oh, did it pop? It popped a good bit of it off. A really good bit. Dang it. I was hoping that one would save me. We're gonna have to start going from the other side, which I don't want to do. The reason that didn't work all too well was just a skill issue. It was just me. I don't like thin in the middle like this either. Scary. Darn okay one. Again, though, just that nastiness in the middle. Oh yeah, baby. That was the one. That got a lot of it. A lot of it. We just have that little stinker. Which I'm not incredibly worried about. I might be able to get him from this corner. Maybe. If I'm good and I don't gumb it. Ooh. Nope. I gotta trim that back though. I thought that was gonna take it. It went up. Didn't get it though. That's fine. Again, that could be something that I could also get with pressure flaking. So I got most of it, and that's kind of what I'm fine with that. If I get most of it, that's what I'm going for. More trimming. I'm gonna try to start establishing that triangular shape. I think I'm feeling a little behind in that regard, so we're gonna trim her down good. Yeah, I kind of don't mind doing like the flat profile. Like flatten it out, do my thinning, shape it with pressure, clean some stuff up with percussion, and then pressure flake it to finish it out. Because I think we're well on track to do pretty good. Let's see here. We still got plenty of room. I can see it from here. Yeah. We'll be able to work with that. Heck, in fact, I almost want to flatten the bottom out just to, you can see it. Look, guy, no stinker right there. He will be annihilated. Do not worry. He will not be here for much longer. I would try and shoot from there into there, but there's that dip that goes in there, and I don't want it to go down and snap that. And like I said, I can still narrow it up a reasonable bit, and I can really just shoot that off with pressure because it's bottle glass and it works well. It does not mind pressure flaking at all. In fact, you can get absolutely gorgeous pressure flaking on glass. It's just difficult to see it sometimes. You know, like I was saying, it's like obsidian. And you've seen some of them pretty obsidian points. I mean, yeah, they are pretty. You can do the same thing with glass. I'd almost wager that you could do it with glass better. But, no, that's just me. It shows up on obsidian a bit better. But if you have something like black glass or amber glass, then it really shows up nice. I've seen guys, what are they called? I don't know. Like in glass blowing, they'll have these balls of glass where they like put the pattern in them and stuff, and then they do the thing where they inflate it and then make their stuff. But it starts out as a ball. And some guys that I know have gotten their hands on those balls, giggity, and they break them, and they then work with that, and it's super cool because they get like all the cool patterns inside the glass from what was gonna show through during the glass blowing, you know? So, super duper neat. What did I do there? What is that? What is that? Are you a problem? Show yourself. Now we good. I'm going to flatten this out just a bit because we're going to need to flatten this out because I can't do anything with this little nugget that's hanging out down there. I just took care of another crack too. I could see it. Just didn't point it out. So let's see. What are we looking at? Pretty dang okay so far. Yeah. We're going to be able to work with that. I haven't done a lot of thinning on the bottom, but I've just kind of accepted that we're just going to have some original bottle surface on there. I mean, if the rest of it looks sick, do I care all too much? No, I really don't. I just want it to have a nice, pretty profile. There is that dip there in the center. I hate that right there. See how low that is? Absolutely not. That is scary. We do not like that. That's where stuff will want to. Ooh, hi Cookie Monster. Nice to see you, bud. Get out of here. Today is not the day. trying to thin that out just a bit. I'm wondering. Oh, you stinker. Where did you stop? It didn't go up. I needed it to go up. I was going to try and take that off with pressure, but I didn't do it. Bugger. Oh yeah, I want to get rid of that so bad. So nasty. I'm getting covered in glass dust. I don't like that. It freaks me out just a little bit. What am I going to do here? It tries. It tries to shoot up into there, but she just don't go. I don't like this. I don't like this. Got it though. Got the whole thing. Cool. Done with this. That's all that I needed. The rest of this I can do with pressure. That was the big thing. Just wanted to get rid of that nastiness. I do want to thin this front section just a bit more too, because I'm noticing that, again, we still have that dip, that one dip. I don't like him. I just really don't like that in there. I'd rather it be consistent. I'm sorry if this is hard to see. The pressure flaking is just really hard to film. It just is, with how you're doing it. Sometimes it's hard for me to even see what I'm doing, if I'm being honest. Especially with glass, because sometimes glass can just be, like, it's clear, right? So sometimes it's just really hard for me to see what I'm doing. How we doing? Let me check up on this. Oh yeah. Let's find a side to straighten up, and we'll go from there. I did just have a bug bounce off my upper lip. Thanks for the kiss. Didn't ask for it, but alright. Let's see, do I want to keep using this guy? I don't think I need to. I'm gonna get my 6 gauge. A little bit smaller. Trim, trim, trim. Feel like I'm giving a haircut. on. Check something there. I'm gonna bring that guy in just a bit. What can we do? This way just a little bit. Do need to do with just a little bit of that center line. You need to do just a smidge of shifting on it. It's a bit low. That should help us take care. You can kind of see just a little bit more thickness there than is needed. All right, let's take care of that just a little bit. Let me see. Ooh, that was a bad one. Slowly but surely. I don't really want to use the precision indirect. Again, I try to avoid using that thing as much as possible. Though this could be the perfect case for it. Getting itchy. I don't know, I might give her a go. Nah, I can get that with pressure, I'm pretty sure of it. Let me try a couple. Not really. Yeah. Might have to break her out. Just for a little bit. How's that set us up? Not as good as I'd like. I'm going to be careful of a couple of these ones. And one G-dang lump in there. It's being lumpy. I don't like it. Needs to depart kindly. That went up it just a little bit. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. That was a Cookie Monster bed. I could see it pop out. We're just not going to acknowledge him. You can have that. You can take it to the corner. Chew on it. I think I need to move the center line. I'm doing some odd center line stuff. I'm bringing it way too low. But it's okay. You don't do that. Oh, no step fractures, yuck. It's getting harder and harder for me to see what I'm doing. How we doing? How we doing for size-wise? Still got plenty of room. Ooh, this is gonna be a, don't throw it, jeez. This is gonna be maybe just a slightly longer one. So I kind of get that hump figured out, we'll be good to go. Again, I really don't want to have to use that indirect, but I'm thinking I might. I'm going to grab a diamond file. Because I do not. Yuck, that was bad. I stepped it. Crap. Okay, well. That might twist my arm. Shoot, okay. I did it. No, something's weird there. Shift her around just a bit. What's going on there? There we go. A little messy. Excuse me? Nah. I think I'm going to do the rest pressure, because that's exactly where I need it to be. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Put that. Letting that get in my way. Yeah, this is going to be a longer video. My bad, boys. Usually I'm good about keeping these an hour long. I guess I was yapping a bit too much. Either that or being a bit too particular. I don't like that. Why is that that way? Whatever. Again, super sorry if you can't see this stuff very well. Come on. What? Jeez. What that was all about. Trim some of this up again. Yeah, we'll do kind of what we've been doing. We'll do one more pass of cleaning that up, and then we'll bring the base in, notch her, and call her good. And I won't need to do a whole lot to clean this edge up. I want to clean this edge up just a little bit. Just enough to give it a point. Which I might go from 6 gauge to 8. So I don't want to be very... very direct about what I'm doing. Just gotta clean that tip up just a smidge. Is that close enough? Dude, you got enough of braiding utensils? Hey, relax, hopscotch. I got this. Send the other way. I see a mosquito trying to get to me. You can't do it. Again, box fan, mortal enemy of the mosquito. Still does have a bit of a sizable curve in there, don't it? This is going to be another one that's kind of wonky. Despite me spending more time on it. Again, we're at like an hour, and I still got to notch it and clean up the base. How's that for width? We got her pretty much. Maybe just a slight bit wide. And I'm gonna take it. Again, feeling kind of bad. I was goofing. I've been goofing around a bit too much. Get a chance to maybe clean up some stuff profile-wise. Stinker. Get out of there. Oopsie. It's very well crooked. Let me see here. I gotta remind myself of where I need to be. I just want to kind of notch 2 notches. Well, it's just kind of like right at the top. It's like right at the top of this. And then pulling that across. That's like right at the top. Right there. Okay, now I got something to shoot for. That'll help me out big time. Because those will be the corners. There, got that one. And we'll clean this one up just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, much better. Needs to, yuck, kind of crushing. Trying to do this just somewhat wisely. Might get the 6 gauge out. Again, now that I'm getting so close. We were all the way up in here. Make sure I'm not doing that crooked. Yeah, I was up into there. Hold on. I'm going to try to flatten out this bottom just a bit because it's a bit lopsided. And we don't want no lopsided points. No, no. Yeah. I'm going to start working on that base. Let's see where we need to be. Try to well, we got both of those corner sections established, which is what I wanted to do. Now I'm going to do the side notches. Let's clean this guy up just a little bit more. Okay, where are those notches going? Vital. They're vital. Let me see here. I would eyeball it, but since I'm trying to do them pretty consistent, I might have been a bit high. That was a bit high. Whoops. I'm going to do one of them. I definitely think that's a bit high. Maybe it's not too bad, I don't know. This one's getting made using an expedited process. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's fine. Yeah, it's just fine. Let me grab my... Get over it. Buried under stuff. Whew, an hour and 3 minutes. Yuck. Yeah, we'll call that good. Okay. It's right there, ain't it? It's right there. Angry that I put whatever the heck that was in there. That must have been my old notch location. Shoot. Made that extremely yucky. Ugh. We don't like that. I got this started in the right spot though, at least. Almost dropped it. Did I go a little bit deeper on that one on accident? Whoops. I might have. My bad. Yeah, it's fine. Clean up the base. Call her good. So I can kind of... Oh yeah, we still got to do the one on the base too, don't we? Not too worried about that one. How did I stall that so quick? That stinker! It betrayed me. I'm not giving up on that just like that. I can get her going again. Oh, thought I could. Why is it crushing? It's just crushing. So we might have a wide. Ooh, yuck. What in the world did I do to the... Yuck. Whoa. Those are very disproportionate. What happened to you? Poor thing. This one goes way lower than that one. It's much better. Yeah? Yes, still. It's so gimpy. It's still a little gimpy. Jack, what's wrong with you? He needs some cereal. He needs to grow big and strong. Yeah, it's fine, though. I'm not horribly bent out of shape about it. Do a trim. A little cleanup. One side. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sirs. Yeah. Heck yeah. Let's get the gang. I would hold them all in my hand, but it's becoming a nearly impossible task, as it is to fit all these on here. Holy smokes, should I try? This is dumb. I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because it looks cool, and I just want to hold them all. This is poor impulse control, boys. Don't do what I'm doing, especially with fragile points that you've built a series around. This is what they say in the books as being irresponsible. You know what I should do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some athletic tape. I'm going to do a strip. And I'm going to stick them to the strip. That way, it's on a black background. And they're all together and they can't shift around and move. I know I said I was going to label them with a Sharpie. This still hasn't happened. Sweet. Hold on. Gotta take my glove off. There we go. So I need to get a thumbnail. You know the drill. Oh no. You stinker. Get back in there. Yeah. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold 10. But that's okay. Wait a minute. Did I get them flipped? Hold on. Do I have them flipped? I do. Wait, no, that's the first one and it goes that way. Oh. I think. I don't know. My mind is completely blanked. So let's look at them. Let's look at them. I wanna check out the one that we just made, and then I'll organize them later. So is this the one? Yeah, this was the one because he has the gimpy leg on him. Not bad. Nice and thin. Still has some of that original surface on there. But I think that is more than acceptable. She's sharp. A little bit longer than the other ones because I was goofing around, but nice. Very nice. Well, that makes number 8. 2 more to go, guys, and then this series is complete. And then I'll do a nice little showcase video. Who knows? But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Yes, sirs. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you again in another video. Peace.